Hey guys, so you guys have been sending me some great topics that you want to make videos on, so I'm going to do that for you right now. And one of the topics I've gotten from you guys is, hey Mark, how can we tell when I've changed my subconscious mind and things are moving in the right direction for me to manifest or create my life? So that's what we're going to jump right into today. So let's get into it. All right, so here's what you have to do, and here's how it works. You have to let it go. What is he talking about? Let what go? What do I have to let go? You have to let go of an identity. An identity is what's keeping you stuck. So let's talk about this. So by now, most of you guys, I'm practically sure all of you guys should know right now that the way to change your life is to change your subconscious program. Your subconscious is the seed of all of your reality. So once you can change your subconscious, then your life changes. It's nothing to do up here in the conscious mind. Conscious mind has nothing to do with the actions and habits, although your conscious mind can help to implement it. But most of our lives are filled with programs. We are programmable beings. We are constantly programmed. So that's the first thing we want to know. So now you know that. So if this video finds you for the first time, congratulations, because you are now on the way to changing your life. Most people don't even know this. This is really valuable information, and I think it's been kept secret from the masses. But for you, you're going to know now. So let's talk about it. So you have to change the identity. What is the identity? The identity is your persona or your personality or a set of ideas, a set of beliefs you have about yourself. We all have these. We have an identity of who I think I am, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. You have to change that. How do you change that? It's really simple. There's two ways to change an identity. The first way to change your identity is using your imagination or your thoughts. You have to start to think new thoughts, empowering thoughts. That's number one. You can do that with visualization. You can also write or script. Someone asked me, hey, can I write and script on my phone, like my tablet or my computer, or do I have to physically write it on a notepad? No, you could write and script it on your notepad or on your phone, or if you have paper or whatever. You can do it either way. But the goal is we have to shift and change the identity. All right. So that's the first one. The second step now, we have to implement that new identity to affect your subconscious. And we have to do this through what we call subliminal messages, affirmations, neuro-linguistic or neuroprogramming. We have to get into the unconscious mind either through hypnosis, self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, which is using subliminal messages, which you can listen to affirmations, which are the easiest. Masking affirmations, you can do it by speaking out aloud to yourself in a question form. So I'll give an example of this, and then I'm going to talk to you about what are the signs when you know you shift and your manifestation is about to come in. All right. So one example is, all right, so let's say you want to change your life to maybe be more financially free or more financial security. So you would say something like this to change your identity in that way. Let's say your identity right now is you're struggling a lot with finances, like most people do, or you're struggling just to find self-confidence, or you're struggling with anything like that. So I'm going to give you a tip and show you how the first one to change your identity. It'll go something like this. Why do I consistently have more than enough money to live the life I desire? See that? Listen again. Why do I consistently have more than enough money to live the life I desire? What would my life look like with more than enough money to live the life I desire? See, we're going to do finance, we're going to do self-esteem. So that's for the finance. The next one for the self-esteem. Why am I the best at what I do? Why am I so confident and successful? Why am I so happy and healthy? Why is my life so happy and harmonious? How would it make me feel to be self-confident? What would my life look like being happy and self-confident consistently? You following? That's going to shift my identity. Even though I may be someone shy, I may not have self-confidence, when I ask that question out aloud, my subconscious, because it's illogical means it can't think like my rational mind, it now assumes that new identity only If I repeat it over and over and it sees that I'm not playing around, it sees that I'm serious, then it takes that serious. And that's what we call neuroplasticity synaptic pruning. So those are examples. So it's your identity that's keeping you stuck. Identities are formed on two bases. They're formed in the logical conscious mind and also formed in the unconscious subconscious mind. Majority of us have faulty identities within our subconscious mind, and that holds us back. You guys see how that works? Listen, anything you're going to do, to have, to be, to create, you have to have an identity. An identity is how you create your reality. You have to have a concept, a visual, an image of who you are. Because your people talk about it's called the future self. You have to have that. Most people have faulty identities. Faulty identities are created through fear, doubt, worry, limitation. And let me tell you why we have faulty identities. Most of the time it has nothing to do with you personally. It's just how your mind is developed. You see, the frontal part of our brain is called the frontal cortex. This is where it houses what we call our ego. Our ego is a survival mechanism, and it uses fear, doubt, and worry to protect us from change. That change is what keeps us stuck and in fear and in doubt, because the ego likes things in a way that it can control. So that's why most of us are brought up like that. But you can change your identity because your brain is like a software. You can rewrite the code. Listen, this is empowering information. You got to take this and start to use it. I can guarantee you results, because this is how the map of your brain works. Change your identity, change your life, change your story. Your life is made up of stories. We all tell ourselves stories. It's hidden in your mind. You do it every day. I'm just not good at that. I'm allergic to that. I can do that, but I'm not really good. I'm not a people person. I can't make enough. That's your story. That's your identity. It's stuck in your subconscious mind. You can see it in people's words and everything they say. They always say, man, I'm good at getting this stuff, but I can't get the big ones. They are speaking about their identity and they don't even know it, and their subconscious is following that. So another tip you just picked up is you have to watch how you speak and talk about amongst yourself, because you're changing your identity. All right. So now you got that part. Let's move to the next part now, when it starts to work and you start to see evidence of it. So how do you know when the subconscious is impressed and accepted your new identity? The first step you'll find is an overall feeling of well-being. The next thing you'll find, you'll have less worry and less mind chatter. The next thing you'll find yourself very resilient. When obstacles come up, you'll find that you are able to cope with them like that you couldn't before. The next step to show your identity, the universe will start to mirror stuff back to you. It's called synchronicity. You will start to see what people see, these angel numbers. You will start to see a lot of different things coming up into your life. Congratulations, you have now started to shift your identity. Listen, guys, I don't care what they're out there telling you or where you go and whatever you're doing, the law of assumption, law of attraction, all this stuff. It cannot work. It cannot work until you change your old identity. It's like having a cut or a wound. It's like putting Band-Aid over that stuff and then it keeps coming back. You have to fix the cause of it so it doesn't come back. That's what we do. We plaster over all these information, and you cannot change your identity by using your logical mind. You have to, yes, what I mean by using your logical mind, you can't just sit there and just say, all right, I'm going to start doing this, because we are not logical people. We are subconscious people. We are programs. Our subconscious will override our conscious mind. You have to use your conscious mind to implement the subconscious. So most people, and they do this, they are information gatherers and not information implementers. These are two different things. I can go someone, they could tell me all the knowledge about the identity, but they don't know how to implement it into their own lives. I'm teaching you to do that right now. Change your identity, man. Write the version down. See yourself. You have to do it repeatedly. And it's a marvelous thing. You will see the world change. Why would I see the world change? Now we're going to go deep. Well, the world will change and your reality will change, because then you're going to come to find out that all of this was created by you, that it was never outside, it was always internal. Reality is an internal concept, it's an internal generation. Let me break down something important. Let me show you something deep right now that means it's going to have your mind boggled for the rest of the day or for whatever. Listen to this, okay? We are made from subatomic particle worlds. You know quantum physics. Now, these are what we call mathematical proportions or concept. The quantum physics is mathematics. It's a concept in our minds. An electron, we can't even see or note where the electron is going to be. The electron is in a wave. It's a wave of possibility. All we can say, we can have a mathematical proportion or concept and say, okay, the electron should appear over here, but we cannot specifically tell the electron is going to happen there or that. The whole point of all this is to show you, and by the way, you are made of electrons. Your body have billions and trillions of atoms and electrons. The point of this is to show you that reality is empty. It's concepts. It's in the head. So are you, and so is your world. Listen, I mean, that is groundbreaking information. Everything is an illusion. Separation is an illusion. All right, you want to get even deeper than that? How about this one? And this will help you to gather so you can change your identity. Listen, you are me, I am you, and you are everybody else in the entire world. Let me show you how it works. You have a conscious awareness that's downloaded in this flesh, or this what we call perceived physical body. When this body decays and leaves, the consciousness goes back to the field or the totality of it. So all of us are one consciousness, but we split up in little fractals so we can experience it from our own uniqueness. But we're still all one. So get this part. It's not saying that you're the person over there that's struggling or bad, or you're the person over there that's evil or wicked. It's just, no, it's saying that you are the whole, but you're experiencing it from a different thing. So technically we are all still one. And that's what it means. So that means that when you leave, that's what I'm showing you. Do not get attached to your identity, the body, the limitation, I mean. Do not get attached to that stuff. Because if you see yourself as this person or this thing or this blah, then when you leave here, when you come back, you're not going to have this identity again. You're going to be a new being. So the reason you want to change your identity here is because of the what we call the matrix, the programming they have of you, which is the lack of limitation. Remember this. Okay, remember this. You cannot, when you are your true self, the higher self, you cannot experience mental illnesses. You cannot experience depression. You cannot experience mood swings. All you can ever experience or to know is the true essence of complete, harmonious happiness. Few people experience that. People experience that may have the near-death experience where they go and just feel totally free because they're not connected to the body. So those things are diseases of the brain. So imagine your true self has those abilities, and then some of them are creeping into you right now. You can unlock them through your subconscious mind. You can get a peace of pure bliss, pure peace, pure happiness, pure alignment by changing your identity, by rewriting your story, by saying what I talked about. See how it works? How to manipulate reality to get money? I said in the beginning, but this is a live. I'll have to save this and see if I can upload it again. All right. If you want to change identity in anything, it's about using talk out loud, question, affirmation, subliminals, self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis. Okay? Speaking. The easiest way to change identity to attract anything in your life is to use the following. What would my life look like? How would it make me feel? That's it. How different would it be? What would my life look like with an extra $2,000 in my bank account? How would it make me feel to have hundreds of thousands and $1 million in income consistently? What would my life look like as a successful entrepreneur? What would my life look like happy and healthy? How would it make me feel to be more confident and successful consistently? That's how you change your identity. Once you start to do that, that's when you will start to see the change. That's when the universe comes to your aid and you will start to be the best version of yourself. So let me show you something. Every one of you, the first thing you should start to do is to write or see a picture of your new identity. Speak it out aloud every day. Once before you go to bed, Once when you get up in the morning and look in the mirror and you rinse and repeat, use the subliminal affirmations. Tons of them out there about all type of releasing resistance. You can look at my YouTube channel. I got all that stuff out there. And you start to do that, your subconscious will adopt this new mentality. This new mentality will become your new reality. Let that sink in. Voila. Till next time.